That was our blessing.
Yeah, that's our blessing.
It says, cursed be every one that curseth thee, and blessed be that blesseth thee.
Now, real quick, go to Jeremiah 30 and 16 real quick. One of my favorite precepts. All you nations y'all all gonna be slaves.
Right.
Because whether you want to believe it or not, all of you had a part in our downfall. All the nations had a part in our downfall. Go ahead.
First Maccabees chapter 2 and verse number 10, it says, what nation have not had part in her kingdom and gotten of her spoils? Right? So they've all, have taken part in spoiling Israel, man. In parts of captivity and different things,
Y'all move down just a tad bit. Yeah, right. All right, we good right there. Go ahead.
The book of Isaiah chapter 24, and I start verse 1. Behold, Yahweh maketh the earth empty, and maketh it waste, turneth it upside down, and scatters the rod that hath lifted abroad. So the main point is, the Lord turned the earth upside down. Because right now this world's out of order.
Yeah.
It was out of course because Esau's in rulership right now. So the basis of all men. But Lord, Lord gotta fuck these niggas up, man, because they deserve to be fucked up. Man. And right now these devils deserve to be fucked up, man. And they will. Most guarantee, hey, Lord can guarantee you that.
And that's why the other nations are ultimately starting to form their own little alliances and dropping out of certain alliances they have with Esau and forming their own shit. Because they even could see how he's wicked in business. He may do some backdoor deals to cut you off or take your resources. So even the other nations are starting to see that he's the devil.
Hey, a recent example is what America just did with India. They signed this big multi-trillion-dollar trade deal with the low tariffs in there, and then they went and they just jacked them right up to 50% again, man. Just a couple weeks after. You can't trust his devil's business dealings, man.
Sirach 12 and 10. Is that never trust thine enemy? Is that the right precept? Yeah. But if you got something else, go ahead. Do whatever y'all got, yeah. Whatever y'all holding. You can get Jeremiah. Somebody get Sirach 12 and 10.
This is the book of Jeremiah chapter 30 verse 16. It says, therefore all they that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thine adversaries, every one of them shall go into captivity.
The adversaries are all the nations. But it just starts with Esau, but all the nations is our adversaries. Psalms 83 tells us that. It says they were all confederate against us. Even in today's society, what's those summits they have? Yeah, Jake don't got no seat up in there. And a lot of those summits and meetings are to how to keep your ass in captivity or how to keep you on the bottom. They may have some black ass Hamite up in there and niggas be like, oh yeah, see, they're representing us. That's not us. That ain't us. You niggas was happy when Obama got elected. All these old Jakes was crying. You would have think Yahweh Shai came back. They was crying. Oh, I never thought I'd see the day. That wasn't you, man.
And guess what Obama did? No, he carried all to the Muslims.
Yep.
They carried all to them. He left your ass behind him. So your ass was still in the ghetto, man. Your ass was still stuck, man. In fact, things was getting worse with Obama.
Yeah, that's when the police shootings ticked up.
And what was one of the main acts he did? He did all the 50 states with the alphabet shit, with the, because I remember the falls was lit up with rainbow, even though that's not the rainbow means something righteous.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying as an example, he was the one that made it really pop off in all 50 states. That was during Obama's term, man.
Yeah. And that helped make this place more spiritual Sodom.
Yeah. And that itself, the fact that Esau uses that rainbow for wickedness, when the Lord made the rainbow was a covenant that the Lord made, that he wasn't going to flood the earth again. And I always like to say in simple terminology, that's why a lot of times when it rains, you see rainbows. Sometimes you can see a rainbow in a puddle of water. That's spiritual. But this nigga, he'll make it into something, he'll put flags all down here and say that that's what it represents.
Right.
The Most High could destroy him alone off of that.
Yeah, right. And they got the nerve to say the rainbow represents pride. The Lord, it's wicked to be prideful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, whatever y'all got.
Finish this.
Keep
It says,
unloading the gun.
it says, and they that spoil thee shall be a spoil, and all that prey upon thee I will give for a prey.
So it says all of our adversaries are going to go into captivity. So if somebody ever asks you, well, prove to me that we're going to go into slavery, you can go to many scriptures. My favorite one is Jeremiah 30, because it says every one of them shall go into captivity. And then, of course, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. You have to have a ruling class mentality to understand that without your feelings getting in the way. Because a lot of our people why they can't be saved too? Nigga, look at your history. You was beaten down to the root, man.
Romans 9:4. I mean,
They didn't have mercy upon us. You was beaten down to the root, but that's that Stockholm syndrome.
Most of the slaves in there are house slaves. They're still getting being whooped in there too.
Yeah.
You know? There were no mercy for Jake. The marriage they got was they were not, man. Now how much more Esau, man? You know?
Salaki, and I did a lesson. It was called "What Do the Nations Need to Be Saved From?" You know, everybody want to get salvation. That's like somebody punching on somebody. Somebody grabs them, saves them out of the situation, and then the person who's punching them and beat the person want to get saved too. What are you getting saved from?
Right. You was
the
already
one,
winning.
you the one doing, you the one doing all the wickedness, man. It's madness.
And these dudes,
okay, go ahead.
like, and these dudes, and now they're crying out now because the Lord's flipping the script on their ass. Now they're crying out because they can't pay their house bill. Now they can't. Now they're crying out because they can't pay their rent and their car note.
Yeah.
No, because the Lord flipping the script on their ass. Man.
Welcome to the party. We've been in that position.
And also, I want to add real quick, those moles, because they like to say that the moles, they're getting oppressed too. No, they're not, man. Then they're getting the high quality.
How they getting the price?
They got more rights than you.
Shit, they got a whole moat to themselves where they get the flamboyantly go across the streets in their pride and naked, man.
Yep.
And even outside
Just
that,
They
They
give
breathe.
them. Well,
you can't
Salaki.
speak, you can't speak against.
Just them breathing is more rights than they should have, man.
Yeah,
They give them the same amount of months they give Jake.
right. That's a fact.
And Jake went through. They said that slavery was the darkest time in human history. But Esau say, "Here's your month," and it's the shortest month of the year too.
One nation shall be stronger than another, man. It tells. You see, now they in it. Now they got it. They're soaking in it. We need you. Why would you stand up with us? No. Where the hell was y'all at? You know what I mean?
And they give them the month of June, and the month of June is named
Right.
after one of the founders of the Roman Republic. You know, and we're in Rome again. This is Isaiah 42 and 22. But this is a people robbed and spoiled. They are all of them snared in holes, and they are hid in prison houses. They are for prey, and none delivereth, for a spoil, and none saith restore. Who among you will give ear to this? Who will hearken and hear for the time to come? Who gave Jacob for a spoil, and Israel to the robbers? Did not the Lord?
Yeah, so we were in the position that we were in, and that's another thing. The niggas in the world, they don't understand why we went into slavery. And the Bible breaks everything down.
Right.
It was because of our disobedience. And when you look at our people today, you actually understand why the Lord did it. It was perfectly reasonable, man. Follow on, bro. It was a perfectly reasonable thing. Because the same thing Jake doing now, Jake was doing it back then. Worshiping other gods, doing wicked acts, just completely going off, building altars with false gods. So you needed that.
Go ahead. This is Daniel the Black Chapter like it real quick. They they talk about generational curses, but they don't know where to go find the curses at. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
The curses
yeah.
in there. You curse.
Right there.
It's a reason why you curse, man.
Yep.
You know, right in the scriptures, man. The same Bible that been collecting dust, man.
Yep.
It's right in there, man.
The scriptures say it is your iniquities that have separated you from your power at the end of the day.
That should just be sitting on your grandma's table collecting dust. Is always open to Psalms 23.
Yeah.
Don't nobody know what's in there for real.
But they say my people do it not consider. You know, that just shows you who the people are. You know, they can't figure it. They can't put one and one together, man.
This is Daniel chapter 9, verse 11. And all Israel have transgressed thy law, even by departing
that they might not obey thy voice. Therefore the curse is poured upon us, and the oath that is written in the law of Moses, the servant of the Most High, because we have sinned against him. And he hath confirmed his word, which he spake against us and against our judges that judged us, by bringing upon us a great evil. For under the whole heaven have not been done as have been done upon Jerusalem. Right? No nation is compared to the afflictions that we went through, man. And it's all just because we have sinned, right? No other nation have sinned against the Lord, really pertaining to who is the law given to, right? You have a greater position. So the Lord is looking at you in a more intimate way. So when you fuck up, right, your consequences is greater than what the other nations will have.
We're the bride.
Yeah.
So like
Right.
like you know, like you said, we're in the key word you said was we're more intimate. The rest of the nations are really extras.
Yeah.
You know? But when Yahweh Shai come back and he marries the bride, he's gonna gather his elect. He ain't gonna give a shit about none of the other nations. He don't care about them. Because you gotta remember, these spirits that's walking around, the Lord made these spirits. This is the Lord's really this is the Lord's video game.
Yes.
So he don't care who he take out, he can create a new one. All of this is light to the Most High. That's why when he kills people, he don't say, oh damn, I killed that person. He smoke them, he send the angel to smoke them, and that's it.
That's it. Right. Keep it moving.
No hard feelings.
Right. The Father of spirits, man.
The Lord ain't up there, damn, what should have did that? Poof be gone, man. Yeah, poof be gone.
That's why it says, my thoughts are not your thoughts.
Yep.
They're your ways, my ways. Right. Because the Most High is on a different level.
Yeah.
You know, the Lord is on a different level. You don't, at the end of the day, man, you don't really fear someone assaults him or something. Because you made him assault him. So he controls their spirit, man.
That's why you can't be emotional and really fully come into this truth. Because your emotions it'll throw off your judgment. Like some jakes get offended on how you like a dude might come up here, we may be in the midst of talking about women and how wicked they are and how they're like, nah, I can't get with that. The way they talking about the women, nah man, I gotta go. Because they let their emotions get in the way. Or if we tell them the Most High gonna kill children, he gonna kill old, we might be in the midst of reading Ezekiel 9 and 4. And they get turned off. Nah, I can't. Nope, they teaching that hate. No.
Yeah. Why would I believe in the Lord that's
Yeah.
children?
What kind of God would do that? The Lord God of Israel.
Right.
The God of war.
And then even if you believe in a whole other God, if your dumb ass God allow that shit to happen too. You know?
I always like to say, man, you know, once you tap in, once the Holy Spirit tap upon you, man, you know, you start to realize, brothers that you're around, that's in this truth. We got ancient spirits. So now, you know, once you tapped into this way, you see they were like when you first came into the truth, you was a whole different being, man. Yeah. You know, they're literally different spirits. They're totally different. So they're gonna be turned off when they hear this, man. You know, but hey, man, it is what it is. But ultimately, man, the elect, they gonna hear it. You know, the scriptures say, "My sheep hear my voice." They ain't gonna be thrown off by it. They're gonna come right in and hear it. You know, they come back, and then that's what it is.
We filming ourselves. If you don't mind, you know, we don't really don't want to be filmed.
Right. Thanks, brother.
Have a good day, bro. All right.
With Isaiah 45 and 7. I form the light and create darkness, to make peace and create evil.
Yeah.
I, Yahweh, will do all these things. The Lord makes darkness, make light, make good. And who do you think made Satan? The Lord. No, the Lord made Satan, man. The Lord made these devils, these demons. The Lord controls it. The Lord controls all things. There's not a damn thing in this whole entire existence and not underneath the Lord's control.
And that helps with us. That helps with you. That's why you shouldn't fear. And that's why you shouldn't doubt. Because any situation that you in is because the Lord put you in.
Right.
Even like, if you want to use small examples, like sometimes you might be up. Sometimes you might be behind.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you can't pay this. Sometimes that's all the Lord.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got some bread in your pocket.
Yeah.
Sometimes you might not. Sometimes your woman might be giving you hell. Sometimes she might be good.
Yeah.
And everything is all the Lord. It's all a test. It's all a trial.
Even with your body, man. Some day you might go a few weeks at a time, you know, feeling good, and then all of a sudden you feel like a fucking old man.
Yeah.
You know?
That's the fact.
When you go into the book of Judges, what the Lord did to Gideon when he was to go to war, he had 3,000 men, and the Lord said, "You got too too many men. They gonna boast of themselves when they defeat their enemies. So he said, make that group smaller. He made it 10,000. He said that's still not enough. I mean that's still too much. So he took them to the water, and whoever was drinking the water by their hand, he said, man, take the 300, because then that few will glorify me. Instead of having many, they're gonna glorify themselves. And just like what you said, this whole thing is a test, right? Just like a video game. You in order to beat a level, you got to go through certain obstacles.
Yeah.
You know.
I was watching a video of Salakia, and it was with Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, right? And it was talking about them, not bowing down to the golden statue, and they was tossed into the fire, right? And then who was it? Nebuchadnezzar looked and he saw that it was 4 people in there, and he's like, then we throw 3 in. He's like, yeah. See another one in there. He saw that the Lord delivered them, man, right? Because they wouldn't bow down. While everybody else bowed down to that peer pressure, to worship that idol, right? Those men stood stiffly, man.
Their faith got them through.
Right.
The faith got them through. They went all the way. They said, shit, you gonna
Toss us in there, yeah.
Fuck you.
If we die, we die.
Yeah. But we ain't gonna die bound down.
Right.
We're gonna go out glorious.
That's that spirit we gotta have, especially during this last temptation, man. All right, because a lot of people are gonna bow down and take that seat in, man. There's gonna be a lot of people, because they're gonna make it just so convenient. They're gonna make it like you gotta have this or else, right? Just like they did the C-19, man. You saw how many people bow down to that one, man.
This is the book of 2 Maccabees, chapter 6, verse 12. Now I beseech those that read this book that they be not discouraged for these calamities. Talk about the curses. This right here show you how the Lord deal with Israel and how he deal with the other nations. It say, but that now I beseech those that read this book that they be not discouraged for these calamities, but that they judge those punishments not to be for destruction, but for a chastening of our nation. For it is a great token of goodness when wicked doers suffer any long time, but forthwith punish. So it's saying it's good that like when you sin, like the Lord get right on you. He get right at you. So that's good, because with the other nations, he deal differently. It say, for not as with other nations, whom the Lord patiently forbear to punish, till they come to the fullness of their sin.
That's
so
Esau
still,
right now.
Yep.
He's coming to the fullness of his punishment. Because the Most High could have been took him out, but he had to let his role play out until he's maxed out.
Because they really, according to the law, they supposed to be serving us. They supposed to already know what time it is. Like when they see an Israelite, they supposed to go, oh. They their fucking knees, or be humble. Like they supposed to know that you over them.
Like they did us back in the South, man. They used to make us walk on the street when they walked down. We had to get off the street, man.
Yeah, but see, they used to do that. Like when you read Jonah, like it seemed like when you read the book of Jonah and he was on the ship, they was like, oh no, that's one of the Hebrews. They was like, oh shit, because they knew their God was the shit. They knew that was the real God.
Right.
No, that was what to.
This is Job 14:5. Seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. So Lord put this devil in charge for a determined amount of time, man. And he set up a boundary that he cannot pass, and his time is that boundary is coming very soon.
I see. Yeah, man. I got the book of Zephaniah chapter 1, verse 15. And I'm very sore displeased with the heathen that are eased for our little displeased, that they help forward the affliction. No? But right now, these heathen are forwarding the affliction, right? But right now, Israel is punished. Now, they're being punished right now, but at a time, the punishment comes to an end. But these heathen are forwarding their affliction. Now, they're making money off this shit. And the proof of that, you look at how many Arab stores, Chinese restaurants serving the same goddamn food on every goddamn place, all trying to see, man.
That's why it says in Revelation that they cried when they looked and saw the smoke of her burning. They cried, saying, that great city, what city is like this? Because this America is really a corporation.
Cash cow.
It's a place where you can come if you have the other nations. You can set up shop, make money. They won't charge you taxes for the first 7 to 10 years you're here, and it's really about business. So when they see the destruction, they're gonna be like, damn, that money is basically like our money effed up.
Yeah.
That's why they gonna cry.
That's what I mean. Look at these Arabs, man. They always set up in the hood. What do they got in there? Junk food, weaves, all kinds of alcohol, blunts. It's like the headquarters of wickedness. Right there.
Everything to keep you more asleep.
They go shopping at the bulk stores and they go in their stores and break the shit down. And
Get
you,
fresh food no more.
yeah, and it tells you on those, like if Jake was doing that, they would shut the store down.
It's illegal. It say do not resell on
Yeah,
individual
that's all they do. That's
Yeah,
all
no
they do.
individual use. That's all they do.
And even
A
with
lot of them Arab stores, they've been caught from time to time changing the expiration dates on some of their food. And the food that they sell there is on the shelf too long anyways because it's garbage.
That's why your food get expired. Your food that you buy from Tom. Right? But it was a point that you said about the weed. They shake a lot of that here from the East Indians. And they clean it, cook it, do some other shit, dye it, and they resell it to you. And the Jake sister really thinks she's doing
She's on
something.
top of her game.
Right?
Witchcraft.
You wear somebody else's hair.
Witchcraft.
Dead hair, and there's a video where they say that they sacrifice their hair to their God and they just resell it.
This is Lamentations chapter 5 and verse 1. It says, remember, O Lord, what has come upon us. Consider and behold our reproach. It says, our inheritance is turned to strangers, and our houses to aliens. It says, we are orphans and fatherless. It says, our mothers are widows. It says, we have drunken our water for money, and our wood sold unto us. Verse 5, it says, our necks is under persecution. It says, we labor and have no rest. You know what I'm saying? That's the state that the Israelites are in, man. It's like the brother was just saying, that over here in America, this is the damn cash cow, man. This is where the nations come to make money off our people, man.
Can you jump down a little bit where it talks about rejoice, O Edom, because your time is coming?
Verse 24, 21.
5 and 20.
No, it's 4. It's 4. 4.
It's towards the end, right? A couple of verses.
This is Lamentations 4:21. It says, rejoice, be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. It says the cup.
Because the brother said, you know, their limitations, their bounds are set.
Right.
So guess what? We're coming into that time where it's like, you know, in a video game where you try to run, you try to go to the other and it's blocked off. That's what's about to happen to them, man. They're about to get shut off right now, you know?
It says, the cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken and shalt make thyself naked. The punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion.
Yeah, it's finished.
Yeah, that's right. It says, he will no more carry thee away into captivity.
That means that the nation of Israel is never going to go into slavery under any nation ever again.
Yeah, right.
Ever again. It's never going to happen.
Right.
And it tells us that our kingdom is going to be an everlasting kingdom that shall dwell forever and ever and ever.
Right.
Also in Ezekiel 35, it said when Esau Edom get taken down, the whole earth got rejoiced.
Yeah.
So when this devil goes down, man, the whole world will be renewed. Yeah. On righteousness, man.
Yeah, you talking about all our creation.
What's up, brother?
You got to think animals, they locked up in the zoo. They got a certain time where they get to eat. You know, everything is out of wax, man.
That's
The
what
trees,
Romans says.
I ain't gonna lie, it's like
Go ahead.
when I went to the zoo the last time a couple years ago, I finally realized that it's depressing.
Yeah.
Like I would never go back to the zoo. That shit is depressing.
That is crazy. I went to one in D.C. and I was seeing like these animals were stressed out. It was one just walking back, just pacing back and forth. You could just see the distress, you know what I'm saying, in their hearts, man. You're like, damn, man, like even the animals is like, what the hell, man, you know? And they gave him like a ball they gave one elephant like a ball to play with. That nigga looking at it like, what the hell?
The zoo is really symbolic for our state.
Yeah.
That's symbolic for Jake.
Right.
And an elephant to freaking shave their nails, they gotta walk a certain distance, right? But in the zoo, they only in a square. A gorilla's supposed to be swinging in the forest, but now they swinging on a damn monkey bars and just sitting there chilling, man. That's
They
not
get
their
no
original
exercise.
habitat, man.
And most of those animals, if you put them back in the wild after being in the zoo for so long, they're gonna get murked. They can't even survive in their habitat.
So you just ain't fair.
Yeah,
A
lions.
lion's
You see
supposed to
the
be
lions. Them niggas, man, they look hungry.
Them motherfuckers cats now. You
Yeah,
know they is already, right?
that zoo's trash.
Yeah, I saw that too.
I
I had
was
the
like,
same
nah,
feeling too. when I
Gotta get
saw
out
it.
of here.
I'm like, this is crazy.
It was bad, man.
Yes, it was an anteater, and the anteater just kept walking back and forth, like pacing. I'm just looking at him. He just like, I mean, he couldn't stop. I was like, damn, bro, like, this is crazy right here.
Let me finish this real quick. Verse 22, Lamentations 4:22. The punishment of thy iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. It says, he will no more carry thee into captivity. He will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins.
And it's time to come out of them corners, Salaki. It's time to come out of the corners, man. Israel, you know, those are the elect. Your punishment, you know what I'm saying, is coming to an end, man. You know how the Lord basically, you know, as a father punishes, and you go to this corner, you go to that corner, and you go in that corner until I say something.
Yeah,
And
we
now,
coming
guess
out of
what?
the corner.
That time is coming.
And we coming out of them corners and coming on the corners.
Right. God.
In a minute, the Lord will remove us off the corners.
Meanwhile, you got the 2/3 birds down the street
Oh,
at some fucking block party on the Sabbath, man.
And the Lord gotta kill a lot of people. The Lord gotta kill a lot of motherfuckers. You know, and when they do die, we gotta laugh. Nobody gotta laugh. Because only they deserve it. Man. Here they are to come listen to the word how much you shine. They will stop by and took a feed. But they don't give a damn. So fuck them, man.
They want to be at the party down the street.
Fuck them, right?
Meanwhile, the commander-in-chief, Mr. Trump, he's sending troops to, what was it, New Orleans? Chicago, and he's saying, and he hinted at Baltimore, you know, Oakland.
Nigga cities.
Yeah.
Where the niggas at?
Take that, man.
Even got ships at Venezuela, you know? We get ready to get down on their ass, man.
We're about to enter a fucking war. Niggas don't give a damn. Ask a nigga about what's going on in Venezuela. They go, huh? Where?
I was just about to go vacation there.
Right.
They don't even know what Venezuela is.
Go get my
They
veneers
probably
done.
think it's over there in fucking Asia or something, man.
That's what Rome did in the ancient times. Like, as soon as it started falling, they started rearranging government and certain policies. You know, they started to get more cruel to people that were subjects underneath them.
The draconian laws, man, coming this way.
I got something real quick. This is Lamentations 5:1. Remember, O Lord, what has come upon us. Consider and behold our reproach. Our inheritance is turned to strangers. Our house is to aliens. We are orphans and fatherless. Our mothers are as widows. We have drunken our water for money. Our wood is sold unto us. Our necks are under persecution. Did you just read that?
My bad, bro. It's all good.
I thought you come out again. I thought you gotta come out again. I thought you was in the 4th chapter. When I read that, when I seen that, I said, my bad.
Yeah, it's all good.
No, you had to bring that out again.
Sometimes you gotta come out twice.
Right. Good. That,
says,
Because once, yeah, twice.
like soon as you get your check, you pay your damn bills. Guess what? You got another bill to pay for. You ain't got enough funds, man. Like in America, like you said earlier, it's a business.
And so,
Jake, we gotta always find ourselves working, man.
So
And then you get your vacation. They'll take that overtime from you where brothers is working a full 48 hours and only give you 40.
but look at this, man.
Right.
Like, if you don't want this place to go and you see the state of our people, man,
Yep.
you see what's going on, and you're comfortable trying to be here and live this out when you got, you know, our people, man, at the lowest of the low, man.
You
I'm
take,
telling you,
you
man.
take that swine from him, he'll fight you.
Right.
Oh, man.
And he
Right.
ain't supposed to be eating that.
Right.
You know, if you try to take that away from him,
Oh, man, yeah. Yeah, that's hands right there.
It says, our necks are under persecution. We labor and have no rest. We have given the hand to the Egyptians and to the Assyrians to be satisfied with bread. Our fathers have sinned and are not, and we have borne their iniquities. Servants have ruled over us. There is none that doth deliver us out of their hand.
Salakia. You brought out the precept we're supposed to be kings and princes. And here we are getting crumbs at the bottom, man. And our people are comfortable with that. We getting crumbs literally at the bottom, man. You know? That's what's going on, man.
Right. Yeah, that's a fact. And like the elder said, a lot of you Jake don't got a kingdom mentality. You know, because it says one thing on Project Paperclip where they talk about experiment. When you keep having somebody do the same thing, like when you put a guinea pig in a cage and they see that wheel, they always have a routine to keep going to that damn wheel, keep doing the same thing. Yeah, I used to say most of us, Jake, we always want to live in a box. You don't never have an experience, especially in the world. You become a drug dealer, you don't never think about expand. You want to stay your ass in the same motherfucking area. A woman that's a stripper, she'll say she's doing it for college, but now she's saying she's making $1,200 in one night. What happened to your college? You know what I'm saying? And now when she passed college, she's still doing it. We still got our mind in that experiment mindset.
That's that yokes of iron. They're taking off the yokes of iron, but the mentality is still there. Now you won't step that, you won't cross that line. You know, you'll voluntarily lock yourself in your house, right? And just keep doing the same routine over and over again, man. Right.
That's the thing, like if you ask Jake, a lot of times, Jake, they'll go on vacation, but they don't never really leave the country. Like there's a whole globe out there. Niggas be like, I want to go here. You staying in the state, nigga, it's a whole globe, bro. You
Nah.
Texas. Yeah.
See, that's
that mentality we
no,
talking
we in
about.
hell. That's right. We don't know it. Jake ain't no Jake never been on no real vacation.
Nah,
when Esau go on vacation, Esau go on vacation for 3 months.
Yeah.
I'm saying Esau, what they call it, they don't call it, they call it holiday. They going on a holiday. That's what they call it. The motherfuckers that go to motherfucking Norway for like 3 weeks, then they go somewhere else. Then they go somewhere else. That's how Esau
But what
go
they
on
do
vacation.
on vacation is they really be experiencing the earth.
Yeah.
They might be in some fucking mountain somewhere.
Yeah.
They might be
No, for
jumping
real.
off some
Kayaking.
shit.
Yeah.
It was this one family, they was on this cruise.
They be sleeping out all types of shit. Just whatever they want to try.
Right.
Whatever they want to try.
In a real vacation, you ain't thinking about work. Like,
Right.
Their
Yeah.
business is they making money while they still on vacation.
What does Jake call a vacation? Jake call a vacation going down and sitting down, man, in the prison, man. I'm going on a little vacation. man.
Or even if you go on vacation for like a weekend, or maybe you could do a whole week. That whole time, every time you spend something, you straight like,
You gotta go back to work,
I
man.
gotta do that.
Now you got to make all that money back.
Yeah, you gotta make all that money back.
You already know what you got to spend. You can't go over that limit.
Yeah.
Shit.
And we talking about
Hoping nothing happened while you out there.
Yeah.
Right, you'll work for a job, and then at a certain time you're thinking about retiring. Right, them rich folks, you can't even think about retirement because they even making investments, and the money is still growing now. Right.
And that's also another. That's their blessing. This is their world.
But,
Right.
You know.
but in the kingdom, we gonna have that luxury. In the
Yeah.
kingdom, we gonna have everything.
That's right.
You talking about
I guess
traveling?
about-
We traveling to other planets. You know what I'm saying? You all types of stuff going on, man.
And the scriptures say that our people are what? Lovers of pleasures more than lovers of the Most High. Esau Edom, he knows, and he's done research on this. There was a book, Brave New World, which is often compared to 1984, written by Aldous Huxley, where he said that it's easy to enslave people. Just oversaturate them with pleasures, man.
We're in
You
the
know,
circus.
2K26 is out. New Call of Duty coming out for Christmas. That's all that they need. Sport football season
I
starts.
see Jake beat his woman, man, because she deleted his profile on this 2K thing, man.
Yeah, that's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? That's how
The
serious that is.
scrolling spirit, man.
Right.
It's social media scrolling spirit.
Right. Hey, I had played this video for some brothers on GMS on TikTok where this billionaire said we created all these things to make you feel good, but on the other side, we're really controlling your fate, right? You think that you're making a living, but we're ruling the world. And then, you know, when you make a certain amount of money, he said we created sports cars just to make you feel like you got something, but in the end you don't. You know, then at the end of the video, he said us rulers is thinking about controlling all things. We want to put a chip in you, and you don't believe that it's so. A real billionaire bank Baker said this, man. You know, they're always thinking about control. Like Jake thinking about a damn PlayStation, thinking about home sluts, when he smokes some weed, right? They not, your mind is not even nowhere near compared to your rulers, man.
Go ahead. Book of Luke chapter 16, and I'm going to start verse 19. There was a certain rich man who was clothed in purple, and fine linen, and fair substance every day. So that's talking about Esau, because right now Esau, like, he living it up. Like, he living in these high off, plateau, fucking skyscrapers, enjoying life. You know? And there was a certain beggar named Lazarus, who was laid at the gate full of swords. Jake's at the bottom right now. Jake's penny picture. If you take away one check from Jake, they're probably a lot of, well, there are probably is poverty. You know? They can't even afford to live after that. You know? And desiring to be fed with crumbs which fell from the rich man's table.
Salakia. And Jake don't understand that only by the grace of Yahweh Bashem Shai are you even surviving and making it day by day. Right. Jake don't even consider that, man. Yeah. You know? You think about all the blessings that, the simple things, you know, because look, it's like you said, it could be one thing and then you out of here, man. Or you know, now you trying to climb back up, man. Right? But it's all of the will of the Lord, man. Yeah. Jake don't even look and consider that.
You know, look in the ancient world, shit was way different. Yeah, Yahweh Shai, he was fine with just sleeping in the tent. Had no place to lay his head, right? Most of us can't even fathom going without electricity.
Jacob used a rock to sleep on.
Yeah, come on, y'all. That is a fact. They had a beautiful dream like that.
Right.
You wanted to bring yours up?
He was, I think he was finishing.
Oh, sorry.
Well, and on verse 21, and desiring to be fed with crumbs which fell from the rich man's table. Moreover, well, the crumbs are the little amount of riches that Jake walked. So Jake trying to be mayor, Jake trying to be a politician. They're trying to get a little crumbs, they're trying to get a little ups in this society, get a little house, you know? I mean, hey, Jake's fucked up in the mind, huh? You know? No, that's another reason why Jake needs to be destroyed. They're trying to get play with self-school.
Right, that's a fact. That's if you even look at the history of the Harmonians, right? They wanted to make a covenant with the heathen because they was tired of getting afflicted. So a lot of them, they went to get plastic surgery just so that they could look like Greeks. So people were like, oh man, hey man, how you doing, man? Right? Because they wanted to look like society. You know, well, what is it, Jake? That want to dress like a suit? That's Steve Harvey shit, right? Jake always wants something on this side, man. You got it, kid.
Verse 22. And the dogs that lick the swords are the other nations. They're heathen, because right now they're getting benefits off of Jake.
Yeah.
Verse 22, when it came to pass that the beggar died and was carried by the angel to Abraham's bosom of the kingdom. The rich man also died and was buried. He's in the lower state. And in hell, the lower state, lifted up his eyes, being in torment, to see Abraham far off, and Lazarus in his bosom. So that's what could happen, man. You know, and Esau and Edom gotta be good into a lower state, man. For all the wicked ass shit they doing, you know, for all the benefits they get off our oppression. You know, they gotta be, the road gotta be fucked. You know, they gotta be put into an extreme low state, man. They gotta be fucking mining coal in the middle of the deepest, darkest cave, man. Now, they fucking deserve it, man.
That's the work of the Lord to bring down the problem and back to the basis of it, you know?
Just because of the points brothers made, this is Ecclesiastes 7, verse 2. It said, it is better to be in the house of mourning than to go to the house of feasting. For that is the end of all men. The living will lay it to his heart. Sorrow is better than laughter. For by the sadness of the countenance, the heart is made better. The heart of the wise is in the house of mourning, but the heart of fools is in the house of mirth. You go to that word mirth, it goes into gladness, enjoyment, or into a good time, right? Jake is another precept where Jake will pull aside the thought of judgment that's going to actually take place because they see the excitement. And what this one billionaire said, he said, we try to give you holidays and all these certain events to make you feel, have the spirit of celebration. In Rome, when they had political or government situations, they would make another sport, another event, so that you would be distracted and they would handle things secretly. That's why when you see Olympics, sports, the Super Bowl, the NBA Finals, there's some shit going on behind the scene, man.
The
Because
world
they don't
is
rest.
Yeah, the world. Well, yeah, the world is watching that. Everybody's focused on one
Right.
thing.
Yeah.
Everybody, you know, rather they trying to, whatever time that event starts, everybody gonna be locked in. Ain't nobody. People really don't give a shit what's going on.
Even celebrity deaths, man. I remember when Michael Jackson died, they were doing all kinds of shit under the table, man. That's when they got a lot of that Obamacare push. It was during that, man.
Listen to Solomon. Oh, he's lucky. They did that same thing just a couple days ago where they had where they shot up that cartel ship, right? And they did all that. They had all that focus on there. Meanwhile, them Epstein files was coming out, and they overshadowed it by all the news focused on them blowing up some damn drug shit, man.
Yeah, them people, them witnesses came out. They said that Bill Clinton was on there and everything, man.
They didn't know Trump's on. They just played around.
The crazy part about it is we already know that they a bunch of freaks. So
Right.
not to discredit what y'all saying, but that shit, like to the world, that shit is important. But we already know.
Right.
You know,
to the
they-
Greek and Rome captivity. That's
that was their
that
thing.
was one of their specialty. That's why when you know Valentine's was about grabbing children, but then it became even more nasty, where you would have free calls right in the middle of the street where the public can see. You know, you downgrade a woman or you downgrade a son. Now we look at it as love time with your girl. I mean, you're supposed to be doing that every other day, man. You know?
And this society is definitely over sexualized as well too.
Yeah, that's a fact.
All these women doing OnlyFans. Some of them making more money than sports players, man.
Right. Right.
Just by showing they going on OnlyFans, showing their bodies, you know, having sex with other men, other women, whatever they do.
Right.
But that's a big thing.
Right. A girl became a millionaire just posting her feet on OnlyFans.
I mean,
Niggas
or they
bugged
could
out just to pay for some feet. She just made that girl a millionaire just for some fucking feet.
or they make the Instagram
weird.
premiums or TikToks or whatever, man.
Yep.
To get all them followers and sponsors and gifts and shit.
Yeah, and that's crazy. Esau found another way to make money. You make money just off of freaking views. Look at how Jake come in his truth. Now they want to make this ministry a podcast. Streams. You make money just off of views and likes. They said Zuckerberg, you make money off of Facebook. The more you click like, you share, you view a post, they make money. When you scroll past it, then it become an ad, they make money, man. They found a way to make money without money transactions.
That's what certain Israelites are trying to do.
Yeah.
That's why they commercializing the truth. That's why on some camp videos, you gotta wait for the commercial. They doing it with the merchandise. They doing it with the clickbait. Black Hebrew Israelites versus Christian. That's all clickbait for views.
Going on the podcast, man.
Going on the podcast. The video I did today, the dude that Alazar just did, he talked about some. He got an Israelite. What was it?
Book like a.
It was a book, but he got a dating show. But he has a date. It's an Israelite dating show. Like some nigga, I don't know. But I did a video on it. He got an Israelite dating show.
And what did he do? What he did was, all he did was watch all these different camps and then came up with his own precept book and now selling it. You know what I'm saying?
And he said, I'm an individual. He said, so for people like us, he said, because I don't really follow no other camp.
Yeah, individual life.
Yeah, he's a lone wolf, but he said, I don't really follow no other camp. I learned from, he's talking to Alazar, I learned from y'all and UPK. So right there, I said, well, that's different doctrines.
Yeah.
So then he said, what I did was, I pulled the precepts from the Bible and put them in the book so people like us could push the truth.
Ask
The
him
fuck is that?
Ask him about these prophets. He
Yeah.
don't fucking know.
You took the precepts out the Bible, put them in the book so you could push the truth when it's
in the
use
book.
the Bible.
Yeah,
Right.
None
But he
shall
said,
want
he
his
said,
mate.
yeah, he said for people like us to understand. But he was just self-glorifying himself. So he could say, I wrote a book.
Right.
Just study. You wrote a precept book. The scriptures say, study to show thyself approved.
Right.
You study the precepts.
And what happened after that video? At the end of the video, because I think that was Gorilla's video. At the end of it, now he's promoting his counsels, doing his counsel, doing his clothing line and his other different stuff. Yeah, he over there selling his stuff, and it's all making merchandise for the ministry.
No, but then he still bears counsel.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It popped up. Not all that stuff plays like right after. It's
But
like
some brothers, like I said, some brothers may have gifts to be able to write something or create an app or something like that. It's not what you do, it's how you do it. Don't say I created this book for people like us that did. He said people like us that didn't commit to the camps.
Right.
So it's
And
off.
even the Lord said, "Don't." His temple was a house of prayer, not a temple of merchandise. This temple now is spiritual.
Yeah.
You're supposed to keep the business set apart, but they'll elevate their business by promoting a business with the truth.
can two walk together.
Right. And you know, simple, Jake, because you selling something and you selling the truth. Oh man, that's a good brother right there. You know, the Lord didn't tell us to do that shit.
Another thing he said was he said I'm a lone wolf, and then he said I'm an individual, and then he said if you really think about it, all we got to learn from is the Bible. So I had to make this book. Nigga, you took out the book.
right?
Yeah,
You
you
got
took
the
out
book.
He was making it seem like
Yeah.
the Bible wasn't enough.
Wow.
So I got to take out of this and make my own,
Yeah.
and then people like me could use this. You know, it's
Wow, that's great. And if the Bible ain't enough, that show like you didn't even master what's even in the book.
Right.
You know, like when people say, "Have you read the book of Jubilee and Jasper?" You ask them a question in prophecy, or "Oh, I haven't read that yet." Why the heck you jump into Jubilee and Jasper and you didn't even master the book that's in front of you,
If
man?
any man know anything, he know nothing as he ought to. That's what
Right.
the scriptures say, man.
and it's no benefit in reading that anyway.
And then enough wisdom to
Make
learn
it-
the scriptures.
Scriptures speak about making a many
Yeah,
books.
it's nice. Yo,
Non-stop.
you can read the same chapter over
You
again
gonna get
and
something
still
new.
get hit, bro.
You gonna get something new, man. That's just what it is. You be like, oh shit. Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't get that.
Yeah.
Damn, I got it.
And when you go in the Bible, you understand
Yeah.
that most of them is re-quoting the same thing.
Yeah.
Ezra, the Lord told him, he said, man, I gave you the same thing I told Daniel, but I expounded a little different for you towards you.
Hit different every time.
And he went further on the fourth piece of Daniel, the 7th chapter.
The book of Ephesians, because he mentioned about him having truth. Really, there's only one truth. You can't just pick apart from this group and that group. No, Lord gave you one truth. Sure, you think. Now, this book of Ephesians, chapter 4, verse 4. There is one body and one spirit. And even as you're called in one hope of your calling. One Lord, one faith, one baptism.
Yep.
One power and Father of all, and Howard. Above all, rule in you all. You made one faith. You're not multiple different faiths. You're not multiple different baptisms. You're not multiple different doctrines. There's only one doctrine. The Lord only gave one doctrine. But the outside, when he talked to 12, he gave them all the same doctrine. And it was the same exact thing. No, it wasn't though, oh, this apostle taught this way. This apostle teaches something else this way. No. All of them taught the same thing, man.
And what's so funny is he also, I think they had brought up the Sabbath. And I guess
Yeah.
he's Friday to Saturday. And we know Gorilla supposedly, does the lunar, And then he was like, well, how did you do that? Well, I put some of yours. And now he said he got a special
Yeah.
edition book.
Yeah, he
so he's
said,
going to add that to it. He's going to add that.
He said he teaches that you can buy and sell on the Sabbath.
Yeah.
And what I said was, that's not biblical, but in captivity we do it sometimes.
Right.
That's just the truth. You gotta keep it real. In captivity, sometimes you buy and sell on the Sabbath.
It's like you got to work sometimes. But
So what I did was I went to Nehemiah the 10th chapter in 31. Somebody get it real quick, and it says it's forbidden. Now what he said was Nehemiah that was only for Nehemiah's camp. Nah, Nehemiah was a man of the Lord.
He was head on this.
That was when. Go ahead.
Nehemiah 10:31. And if the people of the land bring wire, or any victuals on the Sabbath day to sell, that we would not buy it of them on the Sabbath or on the holy day, and that we would leave the 7th year in the exaction of every debt. You want to keep going?
So that wasn't just for Nehemiah's camp. That was for Israel in general. That was.
Let me get this real quick.
Go ahead.
It's the book of Romans, chapter 15,
Thank you.
verse
Thank you. I was
4.
gonna say it. Thank you.
Whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we, through patience and comfort of the scriptures, might have hope.
So the 2025 was today, August, September 6th. This was written for our learning.
Wait, October said no, September.
It says that. Read that again.
Okay.
This is the words of the Lord.
Right. It's Nehemiah 10:31 again. And if the people of the land bring ward or any rare or any victuals on the Sabbath day to sell,
So that means buying and selling, transaction. Go ahead.
that we would not buy it of them on the Sabbath day or on the holy day, and that we would leave the seventh year in the exaction of every debt.
Because when you really keep the Sabbath, you don't do anything.
Right.
You don't do nothing. We could be put to death for starting the car.
Right.
You pick up the piece of paper on the floor. When we in the kingdom, we're gonna do nothing on the Sabbath. You're gonna rest.
Even if you turn on your hot water.
That's why the Lord used that example when the man picked up the sticks. He got like it could get like that when you dealing with the law. But here in captivity, we got the grace, you know. So the Lord might, like I said, we buy and sell. So we do it.
Right.
We in captivity.
Because it says, no, your house has said, lawful to do on the Sabbath.
But when we teach men, we're gonna say you're not supposed to do that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When you teach a man something, you tell him yay or nay.
Right.
But we gonna keep it real with you. We're not gonna say I never bought on the Sabbath.
Because we got to rehearse the
You know?
righteous act.
Yeah, we're rehearsing.
You know?
Yeah.
But what are you teaching a man though? You say, nah, bro, you ain't supposed to do that.
Right.
You know what I'm
Because
saying?
you're
And that
accountable.
shows what a hypocrite that guy is, because his business got caught out there, and he couldn't wait for the sun to go down so he could buy the kit.
Right, I think it's saying in Amos too, where they was
He
like,
couldn't wait.
in Amos they were saying, we can't wait for the new moon
He had
for the
it in his
Sabbath
cart,
to
so
over
like-
so that we can buy and sell. Like they was planning, just like the Pharisees. They would get their sacrifice and said, man, we gonna sin today, so get our sacrifice ready.
And also,
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah,
that's,
right.
that's a form of work as well. So buying and selling on the Sabbath, that's a form of work. You
Yeah.
have to go out there, get your ass up, go all the way over there to the place where you need to buy something, buy it, then bring that shit back to your house. That's work.
Make
That's
somebody else work too.
Even buying and selling light, you get your credit card ready, you gotta make sure everything all right, you gotta pull the side. That's work. It's not meant to work, really, but you know, it's still working.
Even us working on the Sabbath, we technically breaking the law.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 12, verse 1. At that time, Yahushua went on the Sabbath day through the corn, and his disciples were hungry and began to pluck the ears of corn and to eat. But when
That's like A1 man wonder, but because on the Sabbath day they're supposed to congregate every Sabbath, every Sabbath. We don't do that. No, honestly, we don't congregate every Sabbath day. But that's according to the law. You have to. So we break the Sabbath that way too. No, they want that.
But when the Pharisees saw it, they said unto him, Behold, your disciples do that which is not lawful to do on the Sabbath day.
They was picking the corn.
But he said unto them, Have you not read what David did when he was hungry, and they that were with him? How he entered into the house of Yahweh and did eat the showbread.
So what was Yahushua representing here? He was representing mercy. They was coming with law. Yahushua said, hold on. Go ahead.
Which was not lawful for him to eat, neither for them that were with him, but only for the priests. Or have you not read in the law that how on the Sabbath days the priests in the temple profane the Sabbath and are blameless? But I say
So,
unto
like,
you,
that just shows that Yahushua is over that.
Yeah.
Over the priest, like even
Yeah.
that right there. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
He's blamed whatever he did. It was going to be blameless.
That's
man.
why certain men that push the law say you ain't supposed to worship Yahushua. That's why the scribes and the Pharisees, that's why they say he trying to take our seat.
Right.
He's doing all of this with witchcraft. He was always cutting them. Go ahead.
but I say unto you that in this place is a greater than the temple. Yeah, because I was going to whoop his ass the other day. When I was at work.
Oh, no,
Nah,
what he can't, what he
Nah,
did was, you see, he looked at the brother. He's like, what you eating? What you doing with them? That's what he just did.
Oh, okay.
That's
Oh,
how
nah,
he looked. He
that's
looked
what-
at
that's
Yash,
what I
like,
was
what you
fucking
doing
with.
with them?
Oh,
He
word?
said, yeah.
That's how they gonna look at the strangers of our salvation.
Yeah, that's a fact.
He said,
God,
Are you counted? Word?
right.
Tyrone.
yeah.
Even though rebels too, they see some the northern kingdom. Like, are you sure that this is our people?
Yep.
No niggas who deny the Northern Kingdom or the Hispanic Kingdom, your ass got to die and get a couple too. No black ass, but those black niggas that you love so much, got to perish.
New Testament only.
Oh yeah,
All y'all.
no, because hey, a lot of people who say they're in the truth too, they gotta get jacked up too, man. The Lord not fucking around with you. No, you're not 100% spot on, but you're on the chopping block, man. No, so you better fear.
Hey, real nigga university is not gonna make it into the church. Man.
Yeah,
that real nigga mentality is not making it.
That's right.
The Lord is not dealing with niggas, man.
Right. That's a fact.
The Lord's been exposing these bullshitters in 2025.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah.
All throughout 2025. ISUPK,
Yeah.
Sakari,
Genesis.
IUIC, even some of the Old Testament clowns, right? Judah Nazareth just got exposed for letting a thingamajig stay at his place for a whole month, man. Somebody brought the receipts and everything.
That's because behind closed doors, a lot of these dudes are more wicked. On camera, they appear righteous, but they're really not. They ain't like that in real life.
And the world.
We get a couple more. Whatever y'all got.
This is Jeremiah getting back into what this brother was saying about the intentions, man. You know? It's all, a lot of times it's all about your intention when you take an action or do something. This is Jeremiah 17:10. I, the Lord, search the heart. I try the reins. In fact, let me read this again. Jeremiah 17:10. I, the Lord, search the heart. I try the reins, even to give every man according to his ways and according to the fruit of his doing. So the Lord tries our reins, man. You know, our intentions. And by actions, our spirits weighed a lot of times, man.
Like, you shall know that.
Yep.
So every work you do, you gotta be examined. And we're trying to do the right thing so we can get blamed, be seen as blameless. And they say, how about you not shot? That's what we're trying to do. So when Jacob Trouble comes around, we know that we'll be good. And we know that we'll be protected, man. And Jacob Trouble can happen really right now. Like it happened like the next few seconds. The camera gets shut off, power goes out, and all the lights. That'll be an amazing thing, but hey, so it can happen at any time, man.
Yeah, it's going to be quick. This is the book of Luke, chapter 21, verse 34. Take heed to yourselves, lest at any time your hearts be overcharged with severity and drunkenness and cares of this life, so that day come upon you unawares.
You gotta be awake. Go ahead.
For as a snare shall it come upon all them that dwell upon the face of the earth.
Because they're not in the right spirit, so it's gonna come upon them as a snare. They too busy, so-called living their lives. They ain't thinking about the coming of Yahweh Shai. So that's why it says Yahweh Shai gonna come as a thief, and that lines up with that. Go ahead.
It say, watch you therefore and pray always that you may be accounted worthy to escape these things that shall come to pass and to stand before the Son of Man.
Faith. Go ahead.
Oh, and like just knowing that hard times is coming, it's gonna prepare us. Because like when it comes, it's gonna be like confirmation to us. But other people, that's why a lot of people's spirit just gonna break and they're gonna fold and give up when the shit get bad. When I went to work Friday, the dude on the line was like, he was like, yo. Matter of fact, the manager was like, it seemed like every time I come into work, it's Thursday. Because he's like, the time going by fast. And the other dude, he be always on some weird shit. But he was like, yeah, I seen an article that said the earth is spinning 1,000 times faster, so the time is moving. Then I went to the Bible verse and it was like, yo, this, it ain't because it's 1,000 times faster.
Yeah.
It's because the Lord said he's going to speed up the time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like, that was like, so when he said that, even though I know it's sped up, it's like a confirmation. Like,
Yeah. You got people in the world just saying shit. That's a precept.
Yeah, the
They don't even know.
The Lord put the spirit on somebody. to
He
say
don't know why
something.
he feel that way.
Yeah.
He
It's
just
the
like,
Lord. Yeah.
it's always Thursday. He's a precept.
And that's for you, really. 'Cause
Yeah.
in your mind, you thinking like, man, that, that's such and such.
And it really be feeling like that.
Right.
Because in 3 months, it's going to be 2026. Like, god damn.
Right, no, that's a fact.
You know?
Right. You gotta take this at a time. Just because of what he just said, this is 2 Timothy 2:4. No man warp entangle himself with the fears of this life, that he may please him who have chosen him to be a soldier. Right? You don't want to be Jada Pinkett, that's what I'm calling. You don't want to be entangled with the fears of this life, man. Because this side don't offer shit, man. A lot of us been doing the same thing for the past 10, 20 years, same job, the same thing all over again, man. This place, this world we don't benefit shit. You don't benefit shit on this side. Then if you get a business, you still in the hand of Esau, man. The brothers talk about wholesale. You make a fabric, you still got to get wholesale from your oppressors, right? You making a drink, you selling liquor, you selling merchandise. You still always got to go to your oppressors. It ain't nothing new under the sun until Yahweh shall come and deliver us, man.
Even if you had the money, it's like it ain't really got nothing to offer. Like, you're gonna get a big house, you're gonna get a fast car, and when you do go places to enjoy your money, if you is around people of good stature, they gonna be the ones that like to indulge in adultery, and that's why when Jake get in these rooms with these Edomites, the Edomites they be turning Jake out.
Yeah, literally.
You know, like, cause when you get in a room with these rich Edomites, they not into the same, they into some other shit. So then you start hanging with them, and now you like, oh shit, that's what y'all do? And then they like, yeah. And the next thing you know, you doing that shit. That's why a lot of these celebrities be gay, man.
Yeah.
And when you,
Charlie
and then when
Sheen,
you,
they just thing with Charlie Sheen just came out. He said Charlie Sheen, well, not just came out, but it came out that he was into men.
Yeah, no, that's a fact. He used to when he used to do his little tour, he said he used to smoke like he said he used to smoke three eighths of crack. Well, when he used to travel, do a tour. No, he do. But he used to say every tour he would go buy an 8-ball from his little dealers that work with him, and he'll go smoke it, and then go fuck with some boys.
Because a lot of them when you get that type of, like Will Smith came out a bunch of times and said money can't buy you happiness. A lot of times when you get the money, you buy everything you want, you accomplish everything you want, and they get bored, and then they turn to drugs because they done did everything.
That's what Bobby
this world.
Valentino, he said he tired of messing with the same women. So it was a security guard that was being a security guard for him. He said, man, I'm tired of doing the same thing. He said, you know the women that you just see, those ain't women. Those new type of women.
Yep.
And that's Bobby Valentino. And I just go off of what you said. When you get money, you start looking for new shit, man.
Yeah, because they get bored. That's why a lot of them, they done had so many women, they be like, then they start doing the wicked acts.
Yeah, Busta
Yeah,
Rhymes,
don't
all
do
these
nothing
niggas,
for
man.
them.
All these
LL
rappers,
Cool
they
J
weird.
got caught up on
got
the song.
Yeah.
He got caught on that strip, that training strip.
Yeah. And guess
He
what?
just
His
told
music
himself,
career
your
was
boy,
Yeah.
your boy, what is it, Young Thug? He just told all of them. Yeah, we all do it. You know, your favorite rappers.
So he made it. He stopped calling motherfuckers dad and shit.
Yeah. This world, go ahead. I was gonna say, when you do get the riches of this world, the shit runs out. It gets boring. And you look at you got the celebrities as the examples. In the kingdom, it's not gonna be like that. You know?
There's a ceiling to this place.
Yeah.
Like I was just watching the people, and you just see how the transition happens. They just put on one jersey, take off another jersey, put on another jersey, right? For the different seasons they've got going on. One dude walking with a baseball jersey, the next one walking with a football jersey. Then it's gonna be hockey. Then it's just gonna keep rotating. It's the same over and over again. You know?
Downgrading by the day. There ain't no fucking hope. There ain't no hope. They is the same bullshit on repeat till this place gets destroyed. Now this is why Jacob trouble so bad, man. Because this place is mundane, man. It's garbage.
This is Wisdom of Solomon 6:20. It says, therefore, the desire of wisdom bringeth to a kingdom. So that's what we desire. We desire wisdom because it's going to bring us to our kingdom. And we sick of this bullshit, man. You know, all of them. You know, I don't want to get a strike, but y'all feel my drift. But it says, if your delight be then in thrones and scepters, O ye kings of the people, honor wisdom that ye may reign forever. So that's the spirit that we in, man. All right, we're in the spirit of honor and wisdom so that we may reign forever, man. This kingdom is totally destroyed, man. It's totally off. That's what gives us a drive to come out here, man. Right? Because we desire our kingdom, man. The kingdom of Yahweh Shai.
This is 1 Timothy 6 and 9. But they that will be rich fall into temptation and ensnared, and into many foolish and hurtful lusts, which drown men in destruction and perdition. For the love of money is the root of all evil, which while some coveted after they have erred from the faith and pierced themselves through with many sorrows, right? That's why, you know, riches don't profit us anything on this side. Just a good time. You know, it is good that brothers got the things that they got, man. You're able to pay your rent. You're able to eat some damn food, put clothes on your back, go take a shower. You might get to enjoy, you know, let me go out and go do certain things. But like you said, the number one thing is serving Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, man. That's the number one thing that we have a delight in, right? Shalom, Yahweh Shai Barakatah. Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Abba.
All right, man.